All right. I'm gonna wait till we hit 30 seconds. I'm gonna sing my song. I'm gonna just start talking, child. Hey, bonafides and YouTube otherwise. It's me, cemented, and I'm back. I'm back with another video. And if you're in here, you're good to go. Yeah, Mimi, when I go into StreamYard and try to make a stream from my phone, it's always staticky. Sometimes it'll be better if I'm just doing my own stream, but if I go into somebody else's on my phone, no, man, to the pan and the spam. I have to lay down real quick. Okay, so like I was saying in the Beam Me Up Scotty video earlier, or the I'm ready to get beamed up, whatever I said. I don't know what I was talking about, child. Please like the video when you come in, please. Or when you hear something you like. All right. Like and share, comment. Whew. I had my UFE on last Thursday, and I've been trying to keep y'all up to date daily or bi-daily or whatever. Today has really been a bad day, full of pain. What I was explaining before, I try to explain without tears because, like I said, it's like this constant pain is very, it's not even that it's just annoying. It's scary a little bit too because the way that the doctors told you that you'll be recovering quickly, that's not what's going on. And the way I have to rely on medication is scary to me because I'm not an addict, okay, to nothing but food, okay? Thank you. And so, yeah. So, like I was saying, they put the beads up your arteries that feed into your uterine, that feed to your uterus, that feed to the fibroids, and it cuts off the blood supply to the fibroids, right? Well, those first 2.5 days, I had immense pain in my lower midsection. You know what I'm saying? That bikini, that clit to past the bikini and a little bit, like an inch or two, an inch and a half up from the bikini, right? And I was like, oh. Then that subsided completely. And day before yesterday, everything on the right just exploded. Maybe yesterday morning. I think it was yesterday morning. Everything on the right exploded. The right side, meaning on the right ovary, because I had a big fibroid at the top, or I still do. Top right side of my ovary, of my uterus, that was the size of a cantaloupe. So it, or close to it, like a small cantaloupe. Okay. So he asked me right before I went into the procedure, if I find that actual fibroid is being fed by ovarian artery, do you want me to clog the ovarian artery? And I was like, yeah, go ahead and do that. So he ended up doing that. Hey. And so he ended up doing that. And girl, I tell you, anything got to do with ovaries is just horrific pain. Cyst. I've had cyst when they cut one of my fallopian tubes. And now this embolization of arteries that were feeding the biggest fibroid that I had. Girl, it's just like, it feels like my whole body is hanging to the right. Like from right up under my breast down to my pubic mound. It's just hanging to the right. It's extreme pain. It's just like, oh my gosh. So I don't have any more of those lower, pains. It's just that whole right side is just off the chain to the point where I couldn't even walk. So I got out the bed. Like, I slept on a warm heater last night, a body heater or whatever this thing is called. And I felt like it was giving me some respite. But then when I woke up this morning, I woke up at like 8, but I didn't get out the bed until 9:30, right? I wasn't even trying to get out the bed because I wanted to get as much sleep as possible. Got out, started trying to get out the bed, and as soon as I pulled up, I was like, oh my gosh, something happened. And it was just pain to where I had to figure out, like, do I just lay back down and stay in pain? Do I try to get up with this pain? What do I do? Like, what's my next move? Because everything is making it hurt. Baby, I did the wrong thing. I got out this bed. Pain, pain. Just up my side, right? Yep. And messed around and stood up. And all these pains just start shooting across my stomach, just from the middle to the right. That's it. And mainly down low where my ovaries are, right? Girl, let me tell you something. I was calling for my mom. I was praying to Jesus. I was crying because Brooklyn was going to work. I literally could not move. It's like I started getting dizzy because I was standing on my feet so long and I was in so much pain and I was just trying not to fall to the ground. And it was just like, oh my gosh, why is this going on? Why is it? Can I get some help from this? Like, I'm sick of it. So I just cried and cried. Then that's when the depression started to set in. Then I just felt very alone and very just out here bad. I don't think people realize how much women go through just with our bodies. I'm not acting like men don't have things to struggle through health-wise. But they're all important area that brings life into the world. It's just so complicated to so many women. So I just told myself I didn't want to stand up there and cry no more. I mean, I had tears just going down the middle of my teeth because I had to take everything off. Because I'm also like, everything is just hot to me right now. And then I was sleeping on that heater, so I was sweating last night. So I had taken everything off over the course of the night, except my panties. And so at that point, I had stood up and I was crying. My breast was just full of tears. And I said, okay, Chelsea, what you gonna do? Because you can't really walk. Like, every time you take a step, you're like, you think you're gonna fall. You need to get back in the bed and just get stabilized. But every time I try to raise my left leg and try to slide in, it was just pain on the right side. And I said, I gotta stop sitting here crying. I literally stood up and cried. It had to be like 35 to 45 minutes. Just crying and praying and singing praise songs. It was just too much. And it's just too much. Too much pain, constant pain, y'all. Those, like, people that really be in pain, like, I'm not talking about emotional, I'm talking about like physical pain all the time, and they have pain management. Like, after this subsides, I hope to never ever be in a situation like this where I have to manage pain, you know? Because it just disrupts everything. Like, I was doing fine. My mental today has been effed up, okay? I was doing fine. I was cool up until this shit. So I just told myself I was going to stop crying. And I was going to get in this bed. Yeah, I did call the doctor. And I just said, you get in that bed, and I don't give a damn how hard it is. I don't care how much pain it is. Because, y'all, this is the other thing. I cannot make sense of it in my mind, even though I know it's a different situation. I've had a cesarean and 2 myomectomies where they cut the cesarean cut in the same spot. I've never gone through this much pain. I've had to get out the bed, in the bed, walk with a whole cut opening up my stomach. It has never been this difficult as today. Never this difficult. And I just screamed until I could raise that leg. I was just screaming, raising my leg, trying to sit down, trying to get the other leg in the bed, and trying to get in a position in the bed to where I could be halfway comfortable. Just screamed the whole time. So I'm on ibuprofen. You guys eat when you take ibuprofen or it mess up the lining in your stomach. I'm at 800 milligrams. And I couldn't go down the stairs. I think that's another reason which made me so emotional and crying because I didn't have nobody to bring me something to eat for that. I should have listened when Brooklyn asked me if I needed anything when she left. I was like, no, I'll go down. I didn't know I wasn't going to be able to walk. I'll go down there and get me some crackers or something. And so I took the 800 milligram. This is 10:30 by now. I took the 800 milligrams and then I waited like 45 minutes later after that and took another one. And do y'all know it wasn't until 12:30 that I felt like I could, like that the pain was gone. I didn't get out the bed till 12:30 because I needed to go and get me something to eat. Like the pain did not subside for 2 hours after taking two 800 milligrams. That's how bad the pain was. So I took full advantage of that. I went and used the bathroom, cleaned up. Not cleaned up the house, cleaned myself up real quick. I went downstairs and I heated up some food and I got me some new water. And I popped my butt back up them stairs. And just from that, when I got back, I was bushed. I ate. And by that time, my supervisor needed something. So I had to get on with that. But by the time I had eaten and everything, it just seemed like the pain came back. And my laptop was somewhere else. And I had to struggle to go get the laptop, bring it back here, and then get back on the bed. And I just know it's something. I know it's something. I just know that it's some kind of beauty for my ashes. I know it is because that pain hurts so bad. It was paralyzing. Yeah. And the feelings that I had in that moment, just feeling like this is so going on a long time. 45 minutes. I couldn't move. I couldn't move my body. I mean, I could move my top body, but I'm talking about if I got to move it, if I would have walked around trying to I don't know, I was scared to move. It was just too much. And then I just felt like, what is going on? Is this an infection? What the fuck is going on? I did call the doctor, and she was all like, well, you ain't really like on top of your pain medicine like you saying, because you said you went all night, you didn't take it. She said, this was you gotta get up, you gotta put your stuff on, like your alarms, and you have to get up and you have to take your pain medicine. Look, I just looked down. Miss Detail saying exactly what I'm gonna say. She's like, you have to stay on top of your shit. And she didn't say shit. And then you need to take the Miralax, not just the Docalax, because some of this could be to your constipation. So I've been on top of this pain medicine, but this pain medicine, so This pain medicine is dookie. I have oxy, but I don't want the oxy because the oxy is a constipator on the worst degree. So I'm going right now. I'm doing Tylenol 3. Then an hour later, 800 milligram of uh, ibuprofen, and then every 4 hours doing that. And I still have pain. It's just very much more manageable. You said take all the stuff. I know, I know, I know. um, yeah, I mean, I got Gerald, girl, I got some shit up in here from, all these oral surgeries and things like that I could take. I don't like the narcotics. I'm scared of them, frankly. No, thank you, Norlay. I hope your hubby feels better. Hey, DJ's World. Alicia. Yeah, that oxy gonna take the pain away, and then a big old brick of doo doo gonna be like, oh shit. Oh, wait. Oh, oh. Then I get with sneezing and coughing, and then I can't laugh. I ain't really been laughing today though. Oh, excuse me. I ain't gonna become a crackhead in a week. Okay. Oh. Woo. Yeah. Your Miralax. So, okay, let's talk about this Miralax real quick. It's because I ain't never took no Miralax. That shit spilled all over the bed too, girl. It's just been dramatic. Today it's just been hellacious. Sitting up here using up all my motherfucking sick time and stuff. But, I like to stay on stuff. I don't go out of work too much. So this Miralax time may take 1 to 3. Is it gonna be like cramps from it or not? I take it again in the morning. Dulcolax just made water come out. Like, mom was like, well, that means you didn't have no stool. But I don't believe you didn't have no stool. I believe just dust. Because when I tell you there was a brick on my stomach that night. Ooh, it was a brick on my stomach that night. It's a brick on my stomach right now. It's just a little tiny one. It ain't big. It ain't the whole stomach full of it. Oh, y'all help me out with that. I might go on and do a oxy tonight. Wait, hold on. The cramps won't be worse than how you feel now. It bounces out the other stuff. All right, now y'all, I'm finna try it. I'm gonna take the oxy before I go to bed. I'm gonna set my alarm to take the ibuprofen during the night, and I'm gonna get up in the morning and take another oxy. Then I'm done with the fucking oxy. Shit, I'm scared. I don't like that shit. I'm scared of it. Oh, and I'm gonna do the Miralax in the morning. The Dulcolax tonight before I go to sleep too. Then I'm gonna be popping everything: blood pressure medicine, Dulcolax, oxy. What the hell else? That's it. When I before I go to sleep. So, yeah, so that's what I've been going through today. I'm really thankful that it's been raining a lot because I haven't had to tend to my garden as far as as far as watering it. It's not very labor intensive, but sometimes just like manipulating my body into like to turn on the water and stuff like that into certain areas because it's so little. I'm just glad I don't have to do that. And um, and everybody been telling me that my stuff looks so good outside, and I can't wait to see it, y'all. I haven't been outside. I haven't been outside since last Thursday. I don't know what anything looks like. Yep. But oh, I can't. Oh, even breathing hard. It's like you have to bring it back on down. Don't you even expand that stomach too much. Oh, so anyways, let's move on to Haiti. Y'all, I know you've been seeing those pictures of the Border Patrol riding down on those Haitian immigrants down in Del Rio, Texas, on the water. I really need to do that, Leisha. I really am not. I'm really like a vampire. I don't open my blinds too often, but I am going to. I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna try my hardest. Hey, Fabian, Miralax, and Amatiza. I ain't never heard of that. Are the best meds for constipation, but you will have runny stool or bit. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm drinking. I think this is 24 ounces. So I'm drinking like 3 or 4 of them a day. Just trying to stay hydrated. Yep. Yep. Um, I know y'all seen those pictures of the Border Patrol riding down on those Haitian immigrants and stuff with them whips and snatching them and trying to, AKA, lasso them like you would lasso in a rodeo a calf or a horse, you know? An animal is what I'm trying to say. And I'm just like, they've got to be effing insane. It's like people try to say that Ebony K. Williams, um, the new black girl on Real Housewives of New York, was a race baiter, and all she wanted to do was educate the women on race and how what they were saying, some of the things they said and did, how they looked at things was basically racism and and prejudice and stuff. But this is why people like her are very necessary because although we would like to demonize as many white people as possible when they do shit, um, I really believe that there's enough of them that act in ways that they just don't see what they're doing, how it comes off, and how it beckons back to slavery and injustices done perpetrated by white people on black people. It's just all in a day's work to them a lot of time. And it's it's sensitivity training. It's why are you even thinking that these human beings should be treated like that? We don't have no pictures of them doing Hispanic immigrants like that, do we? Now they call it kids in cages and stuff like that. But these kids was in clean places with cover and all kind of shit. From what a lot of times I said, I ain't gonna act like some of the stuff wasn't inhumane. And baby, the country is in an outrage. But now you've got children on their family, on their daddy's back in water, being chased by government law enforcement. It ain't hardly a mumbling word. They got to decide what the context was, get more information and shit. And then they got whole planes, whole planes to deport folks back to Haiti. Crazy. I didn't see no deportation planes, but too many of them Hispanics. None of them really. And you see those are real quiet, but wanted Black Lives Matter to take on their issues. That they always do. I call that trickle down effect that Asian Americans and Latino Americans have always done from the onslaught of uh, American civil liberty acts for Black people. They trickle down. They get whatever they can off of us, and then don't then disassociate themselves. That's why I keep telling Black people to stop saying that Black and brown people stuff. When they go and they talk about Asian rights, they don't be talking about no uh, uh, Asian and Black, no Black and people of color. They don't call themselves no fucking peoples of color. Unless it's in the bill that cover everybody. That's it. All that Black and brown bullshit. Blacks always want to put somebody in with them and do all the fucking work. I thought we was tired of working. It don't seem like it. That we was tired of working to exalt others, but always including folks. Always talking about motherfuckers who talk halfway like us or might seem like they like us some kind of way is invited to the cookout. I mean, when I tell you, nigger was the right word for a lot of people, not just Black people. Nigger is, if that's what ignorance is, and if niggerance is what is meant by white folks as ignorant, that shit applies to a lot of Black folks today, and I don't care who mad about it. The Asians got that anti-hate bill right in the middle of Black injustice and didn't demand any stipulation for Black folks, not at all. But another thing, people keep acting like just because they got a little tint in their color, all skin folks ain't what? Okay. But, these Asians are honorary white people. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's they're honorary white people. And just Black just is not, Black ain't Jack in America, period. They, in really a lot of places of the world, they don't like Black, period. You got the little straight hair and the and don't have no, appearance of Negroid, we'll find something to do with you. You know what I'm saying? We'll find some way to exalt you higher than the Negro. And that's real talk. That's what they do. And I get sick of Black folks always trying to include other folks. But back to this Haitian shit. Haitian border crisis, what they call it. These people are down at the border seeking asylum from their country that's in political turmoil. What is it called? What do they call it? Not structural, but what's the actual word for it? Structural. What is the word? Okay, it's political, financial, but it's another word. Oh, it's my mind ain't right for that. And they done came thousands of miles. Yep. Over 2,000 miles from Haiti to that Texas spot is what one story said. They say that many of those people left in 2016 when the last earthquake hit and been working in South America, and that's how they got over there. Came up through Mexico. They ain't traveling straight from Haiti right now. That's what I heard. But I feel like the fact that they got mobilized planes to get them right on back, take them right on back to their island so quickly. Ain't nobody crying in the street for no cleanly holding spots for them. They kids is in lakes. And y'all was hauling kids in cages. Their kids was swimming in lakes with dirt and animals and ecosystem. I just feel like the United States has a reckoning. It does. It's gonna have a spiritual and moral reckoning for the shit that it be doing. Please hit the like button. I'm from the wall from everybody. I think we do have rights as American citizens, as an American nation, as the nation of America, United States, to decide who we let in and who we don't. But I think it should be the same for everybody. I don't think people should just expect that we have to let them in. I do not believe that. But I believe that the way you treat everybody should be even keeled, even through. And um, you know, I just believe this just black ain't jack in the United States. That's what the laws are built to represent. That's how the ruling class is raised to think and act. And actually, that's what has just piddled down on top of our own heads. And some people succumb to it. I read something that Chris Brown had written pleading for the billionaires of Texas. The billionaires of Texas to go down there and help and change what's going on. And I said, Chris, put your 100,000 on it first. Put the first 100,000 on it. Call your people up with planes and stuff. And go get some people and get them situated somewhere in the United States. Put the first 100,000 on it, Chris. I got 500. I'm trying to figure out who to send it to, because it won't be the Red Cross. But that's the level I'm on. I'm on the level where I can give you 500. I might could give you 1,000. Okay? But it's like everybody looking for everybody else. I couldn't believe Chris Brown said that. Looking for somebody else. Chris, where your first 100,000? Y'all, we ain't gonna get better till we do better by ourselves, by our own selves. Till we do better by our own people. It just saddens me to even see them babies on their parents' back in that water like that. I'm telling you, y'all, Katrina touched me so bad. And like I told you, Katrina wasn't just on my TV. In 2 days' time, Katrina was next door to me in my apartment complex. Katrina was outside watching people walk up with watermarks on their clothes. And I cannot take seeing people in water like that. And Kamala, come out wherever you are. Where in the fuck is Kamala Harris? Where her supposed to be black ass? Where her daddy from the adjoining nearby island? Where is her fuck ass at? Not doing a damn thing. Put my head in the sand, but I just can't stomach it. I try to help people in my reach. It's so overwhelming. Horrible, J Miller. Kamala. I ain't seen Kamala Harris since I think March. Honestly, I did. I talked about that earlier. Thank you for asking. Um, Haiti is a Haitians are strong people. They were the only enslaved people who fought for their freedom and won it physically. People say, why they so broke? Why their country so raggedy? It's still again. It's still again. I say, um, European colonization, because France basically said, okay, we we have been beaten by y'all. We surrender. But yes, you owe us $2 million. This is in early 1800s, way before the Civil War. Um, you will have to pay us $2 million. Imagine $2 million in the early 1800s from some slaves, because we came and set up whole markets and stuff here and all this stuff like that, and now you've taken it back over, and that we want to claim our property. They just finished paying back that $2 million, I think, in the last 20 years. So now they're finally financially free. So that's another issue as to why they don't have money. To quick infrastructure is what I was looking for earlier. To put back their infrastructure uh, during after earthquakes and hurricanes and stuff. They just don't have it. And they're also a black country that has been overlooked. I mean, I want to call it just like their name, Haitians, because of the hate that they were able to free themselves and call victory over their oppressors. And a lot of uh, exports and imports and other trans country type of capitalism, whatever you want to call it, wasn't done with them because Europe was Europe was embarrassed. Um, where are the hotels for the Haitians? Where are the free hotel room for the Haitians? Where is there no more detainee compounds? The clean ones. Might be a little cementy, but the clean ones, with the schools and all that you had open, you didn't have open for about 4 or 5 years now. You ain't got no more there. Why the Haitians can't go there till you figure out what's going on and what you gonna do? hmm It harkens me back to how savage the white folks called Native Americans, and how savage they called Africans. But them Native Americans, they tapped that ass, is what I call it, a lot. They tapped that ass real good for hundreds of years while whites were settling here. And they found it within themselves, the white settlers, to try and make them so-called decent, in the white world, and subjugate them to white or colonialism in the way of education and food stuff and uh, building and all that stuff like that. But you had to enslave the black savages. I don't know why it's so hard to see black people as a common human, just like them, like just a human, just like white people. We're always treated and looked at as subhuman. When to me, people who would look at other people as subhuman are the real subhumans. The boy in Chicago, his mama looking for him. Medical graduate student. I said, well, let me not put no spice on it. I thought it was medical. No, we ain't gonna be able to fix it. We're gonna have to fight. Right. Now, there ain't gonna be no fixing. It's gonna be fighting, and black folks ain't ready to fight yet. So, ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves, ain't enough of us ready to fight yet. So that's what the deal is. So, because really ask yourself, are you ready to fight? Are you ready to, and I'm not talking about no fighting the way they done set up the fight. I'm talking about real fighting. So the boy mama in Chicago, Jelani Day, he's going to med school. Been missing for, if y'all know, he's been missing for several days. They found his car. They have him on videotape at some store I ain't never heard of. And the mama was on the camera talking about, now I know that y'all got the Gabby Petiti. Oh, I hate saying folks' name wrong. The social media influencer that went out to the desert with her boyfriend and never returned. And y'all got her plastered all over the place. The FBI is involved in everything. But the Chicago police have tempered the search for my son. And I'd like to know why. See, that to me, I'm not going to put no blame on the mom. But see, that's not what needs to be said, okay, to me. Like, if the call is to speak truth to power, okay? You know why it's being done. You know why the issue is. Can't be wanting to go along to get along all the time. Gotta break the truth, break the ice, break the bullshit and the monotony. So, this young little petite white girl appears to be more important to law enforcement in this United States than my smart academic son that's missing. This is not acute. This is common practice. Where we don't hear black folks or other minorities that are going missing, and the effort to find them is completely different than when white girls and boys go missing. I say this country's in the midst of a crisis and no one should be allowed in unlawfully. They just passed a law saying all undocumented people can qualify for the CARES tax credit for children. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy because honestly, just like we got to work it out, these people got to work it out too. But my thing is, my problem is, I believe that America should be able to decide and shouldn't be pressured to let people in. But when you have people knocking at your doors, you need to treat them all the same way. Okay? Or treat them all the same way in organizing them and stuff like that and handling them. Now, somebody come beating at your door with a gun, you're going to treat them a little different than somebody coming poor and destitute. I get that. but you need to be able to recognize who's knocking at your door. And what we're seeing is we're seeing poor and destitute being treated poorly and differently than the poor and destitute of a different hue and a different visual ethnicity. So now back to these kids that's missing. So they then found the poor girl and they found out that they then found her body and have what do you call it, validated as her body. And all the while they didn't let the leave. The girl's boyfriend so called disappear. So the boyfriend has disappeared out now. They don't know where he at. But we only hearing through Jelani Day off of Instagram in the shade room. And then individuals who may be around the area that he disappeared in and where they looking. Individuals posting on social media and then those news reports coming out from there. See, at this point, Tamika and all them, she been talking about us like that. I need her and her crew to roll up on Chicago and stand up on them buildings and turn it inside out until they get some at the IGB, IGBI, Illinois. Oh no, IBI, Illinois Bureau of Investigation. Until they get on that job to the same level and to the satisfaction of that mama. Same level as old girl. I'm so scared being in Atlanta as being one of the sex trafficking capitals of the world. For Brooklyn coming and going. I stay on that ass about where she's at and what's going on. Could be a little better. Gonna be a little better on that too. Because of things like this, don't nobody go looking for our kids for real. Oh, let me talk about that. I have a different opinion. If people are seeking asylum in accordance with the Geneva Convention and the UN, they should be left in. Okay, so I'd like to look that up and come back and talk about that because I want to know what are the guidelines that the Geneva Convention have set up to properly execute a request for asylum. Because I've heard of many Middle Easterners doing that, going through all the proper protocols and paperwork to do so. Yeah, so I hope that they find that boy safe and unharmed. He can point to his abductors or whatever happened to him, and justice be served swiftly. I pray that Gabby P's family, that her family have some peace now that they know where she's at, but also that they get that justice swiftly as well for whoever perpetrated this crime against her. I think all this money that is being poured out now for the pandemic is ridiculous to me because everybody got help wanted signs up. Have y'all noticed that? You are waiting longer. The lines are longer. The help is less. Everywhere you go, and the managers are saying we just cannot get people in, or they just can't keep people. Well, if that's what if that's what the voice of the United States is saying, and that's real, like it can be backed up, all them $300 and $500 payments a month, I don't care about how many kids you got. Get it out the mud, just like all the rest of us who had kids had to do. You need to take your ass and get some more work, get some more jobs. They talking about that's it in February for the student loans. Who got to go back to work to a second job? Me. Okay. When they roll this, when they sit up and they roll this damn beautiful bean footage and start saying, okay, properly bona fide, you got to come, and this is how much you got to start paying again, because Joe Biden, oh, still hasn't relieved, or your student loans. I got to go to work for that little extra money so I can pay them, so I can keep my savings, ooh, my bills together, and my disposable money together, and still pay these student loans. You know what I mean? Yeah, I heard that. That's during. That's not all. The way I understood it is that the bank transactions would be if you get audited. It's not all pay. They ain't got the bandwidth to do all transactions for $600. It's if you get audited, then all transactions over $600 will be under scrutiny. And they got to do all this stuff like this because they keep throwing out all this money. I have my own thoughts on hobo life, on the hobo life. I've thought about it before, and I've done a lot of research on it over the years and years and years of being interested. Um, there is a freedom to not being a slave to the job, to somebody's job. And begging is not a job at all. But all of them don't just beg to get by. I can understand the, yeah, that the normalized life that society says is normal, that working grunt, paying all the bills, doing this, the scratching and surviving, whatever, is not always optimal to people. The Bible said we're going to always have folks that don't have. So I kind of look at that personally a little different. I'm talking about the true, like, hobos, not the folks who be lying and or that's fucked up some kind of way and they on the street, but not the ones that be lying and be having cell phones and stuff out there still ask for money and da 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 da. No, just the travelers. Oh yeah, mainstream society definitely has already, I think, for the last 20 years, kept that started condoning and promoting mediocrity. I'm sounding real conservative. I might be. I'm Southern. I don't think I'm a conservative, but I know that I have conservative thoughts and values. But this is one of the only societies in the world that you can strategically maneuver out of class systems. It is hard, but y'all not gonna act like it's impossible. Oh no, who's saying that? I'm telling you, when they started all that, what do you call that stuff? All of that stuff like, if you do this, then we'll give you this. So hard, and so many programs like that in schools in the 80s and 90s, like that jump rope for hard and all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you know what I'm saying? And even the ones who did nothing got something. Everybody get a trophy type of stuff. That was one of the downfalls. Um, yeah. Other thing, what else could you call out? Is what the start of mediocrity became. And then all of those shows to me that allow people to self-diagnose themselves, like all of those talk shows, and I wouldn't have known there was half the type of derelicts that I saw on TV if it wasn't for the talk show. I wouldn't have known about half of the type of people that I learned, the trifling, ridiculous, ooh, type of people that I saw on talk shows if it wasn't for talk shows. Um, I wouldn't know about that until I got quite older, honestly. And all of the doctor shows telling folks, oh, this, and this is going on. This is your problem. And then that allowed people to just watch TV and say, oh, this is what I have going on, and I'm allowed to be like this, and I'm allowed to be like that. And woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? All that self-diagnosing made people feel like it was okay because many people was dealing with this or that. I'm talking about this or that. The average price for a home is currently $350. Wow, there's no way most single people can afford that. Yeah, right. Okay, well, I'm one of them. No, I'm not in agreement with the Texas abortion law. Don't be extreme, body. Just because someone has some conservative views, they don't have to be the extreme ones. No, the problem is the have-nots don't understand that the wealth gap is getting wider. They still think they're safe from being homeless. There were times in this country where there were no benefit systems, people planned. Yeah, and that was right before the 1930s. But this is one of the only. Okay, okay. The average. Okay, child, we are not just now seeing a disparaging world class. There was a small period in history that developed the real middle class. Who said that? That we just now seeing middle class? I didn't say nothing about the middle class. Yes, the housing market is so expensive right now, whether you're renting or buying. Yeah, honey, because baby, folks up here spending $350 on stuff that's old and no ma'am, I can't. Like my house right now, I could sell it for like $340, but I bought it for $184. Why would I buy? And then if I go buy something that's $350 right now, right? The size is usually like 200 square feet less than mine. You know, you ain't getting nothing for the higher price. So I'm just gonna stay right on here. Oh, okay. Girl, no ma'am. I start getting out there, cause see, really, 400,000 right now would be my limit, and that's only because of the type of money I'm gonna make on my house. I could put down on the other house. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. And I'm looking at 400,000, and everything is old. It need another $100,000 worth of shit put in it to bring it up to date. I'm like, it might be expensive, like what I'm looking for, but it's old. And I'm like, ugh, fuck it. I'm just gonna wait. I would have to put like almost all, not well, at least 75% of what I make off my house down on another house, and try to eke out the most, get the most for the less, and repairs and upgrading the house to get it up to date. You know what I mean? I'm just like, hell no. And that's even the foreclosures. Trust me, I've been looking. So I decided to start getting me some rehab skills, and me laying on my back these last couple of days. I've really been watching a lot of rehab, so that's that. Yeah, but prayers to everybody at the border from Haiti on both sides for humanitarian actions and aid and execution of foreign policy. This is definitely not the market to purchase a home, but I do believe that the economy is self-correcting by simple supply and demand. Do you all know that homes of black people are traditionally appraised for? Yeah, I know. When are you having another call-in show? I would love to converse about politics and current. I just tried to have one an hour ago. I could probably do it tomorrow. I know after this one I'm gonna be beat after talking tonight. I can come back tomorrow if you want to put your notification bell on. We could talk more. I could rustle up some stories, see if I can sit in my chair for about 40 minutes to an hour. Because right now I'm laying down, trying to get comfortable. So let's get somewhere a little lighter. I hope I didn't miss any of my topics I was talking about. But, okay, we see that Kenya Moore and Iman Shumpert are on Dancing with the Stars. And I just saw their first performances. I guess that happened last night. And honestly, I do like Kenya. But I do have to be truthful. And I know she's been really training. And she's very grateful for the opportunity. This is a great moment in her life. And I'm just very happy for her. But Kenya, that dance was boring. It was boring. And I need her to be in some shimmer because her skin, it could have just been my phone. Her skin was not translating through my phone. Like I wanted, I don't know. It's just all of that material, and then it was dark material to me. And then her skin is a beautiful dark chocolate. It was just stale. It was I feel like she had good technique, but it was stale. And then she kept smiling out to the people. But I want her to be more, because she comes off showy all the time. Like, look at me, this, that, and the other. Like, I know how to act. I know how to preen for the camera and stuff like that. I want her to get more in depth with her little black dude that's her dancer partner, and connect with him and just give it all she got. Like, for them to be a cold-blooded dance duo and them be very, like, I don't know. Like, I like to see couples dance when they're connected. On to Iman. Why you laugh? I am going to set my clock for the medicine. Thank you, Leisha. What you laugh for, DJ? Yeah, her energy was dead. Yeah. She only got a 26. Then I did like Yvonne Shumpert. And I think his partner needs to look back at that dance that they did right here. Cut the gimmicks out. Baby boy looks like he can do technique, okay? Like, I think Iman needs to go for heavy technique to shock the girls, okay? To shock the girls, all right? Imani's heavy ass technique because he's got the energy. It looks like he's actually serious, okay, and putting forth the effort. Now you got to get you. That girl needs to stop trying to make him a fun guy to watch, and make him technical as hell. Who was that black guy who was technical years ago? Oh, I forgot who that was. I forgot who that was that I was so surprised. Like, oh, wow, he came in here and he turned it out. I don't know. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. Dark skin. And when I was like, oh, he didn't came down here and learn these dances. Okay. Yes. Because, see, I believe that he's got it in him to do that. I really do. I don't ever want him nor his wife to talk. I cannot take them talking. Can somebody look at my title and see if I touched on everything? And if I haven't, let me know. Oh. So I keep taking these little Facebook thing, like test things, whatever. I keep coming up that I'm gonna be pregnant next year. I can see that, honestly. But I don't see it without no husband. Okay? So I guess all that's coming. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. I'm so glad. Thank you. Um, Listen, we went to Brooklyn's birthday party last week. Sis, when you said Kenya was born, I ran in the bushes. Bushes. Now my front end messed up. You so crazy. You so crazy. You said yes, give us a baby. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Who will never have a baby without a husband is me. No, 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 no. We'll see. Okay, and then put a star in man in your thing, so I can talk to y'all about that too. So, what was I gonna say? So we went to Brooklyn birthday party the other day at this place called Osha Sushi something 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 down in downtown Atlanta, right? It was tight and cute though, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely giving you a cosmopolitan feel. A lot of glass walls, a lot of skyscraper looks, you know what I'm saying? The folks were almost all black in there, some Asians. It was run by Asians. Um, and baby, the prices was astronomical. Let me tell y'all something. When I tell you that I will not probably ever dine in there again, I might go get their Brussels sprouts because when I tell you, those Brussels sprouts were to the moon. Awesome. Crispy fried and then the little reduced balsamic vinaigrette. Bitch. It's for appetizer for $11. It was very filling. It was good. Mm-hmm. I love a Brussels. Me too. Well, first of all, I know better than to have liquor at an Asian restaurant. Because girls, listen, this is not anything against Asians, but I know I know a couple different ethnicities that I frequent, like their food restaurant, their restaurants and stuff like that. And I know at a Mexican restaurant, you gonna get the liquor, you gonna get the tequila, they gonna put it down. I'm gonna put it down, make it do what it do, okay? At the Greeks, don't drink none of their drinks because ain't no liquor in it, really. Get wine. And that's same with Asians to me. And every time I go to an Asian spot, they like to tink, you know, they got machines on the liquor, where people used to count it out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Count out the thing. Woo, woo, woo. If you're somebody who come a little bit more, they might count out a couple more little pieces of an ounce. But Asian liquors leave a lot, Asian cocktails leave a lot to be desired, and so do their desserts, okay? But I still tried a margarita. It was punkish. Like I was like, what? You could taste the basil in it. You didn't taste no liquor. I was like, child, ain't no way. And it had the nerve to be like $14. Nah, I don't think so. And I was just like, okay, but I was still laid back, kicking it, enjoying the ride on the Brussels sprout, right? And that's where I'm at on the picture in that last video. I think I've only had sake at the Japanese place. Yeah, you can fuck with some sake and get right. But I don't mess with drinks at Asian restaurants. Baby, everything on there was like $25. Everything. Unless you want to get a bunch of sides or appetizer. So I said, what's the best thing on here? What's the thing you like the most? She gonna point to this king rice or whatever, right? And it had no price on it. So I went and looked it up on Yelp, and it was basically some rice with some peas and carrots. You could tell it had some kind of seasoning on it, and 2 crab legs over it. What? She came back and said, how much is this rice? She was like, 38. Girl, girl, get away from me with this bull crap. You mean to tell me that this rice, 4 cups of rice is $38? And 2 crab legs? Get the hell out of here. So I messed around, just had a salmon plate, okay? Because I'm eating a lot better, y'all. I had my homegirl do the cutest cupcakes, right, for Brooklyn. And when we came in, my mom gave the cupcakes to the lady, asked her to put it in the refrigerator, right? So when I was like, we're ready for the cupcakes, she brings the cupcakes on a round, on a plate, and, just sitting on the plate. And she lit the candles that we brought, right? We did everything. We went on about our business, and then I get the check. First of all, OSHA charges 21% gratuity off rip for a party. It was a party of 7. 21%. So we was okay. That's cool. We ain't fucking with you with nothing else. But I looked at when I peered down onto my receipt a little bit longer, my lord. My lord, my lord, my lord, my lord. I saw another charge that said cake charge for $15. I said, what? I said, Mom, what did you tell her to do? Did you tell her to put that stuff on that plate? She's like, no. And then it wasn't like it was no design on the plate. It wasn't like they put nothing on there and wrote happy birthday and nothing on the plate. $15 cake charge. Can you believe that? I asked the lady, she said, well, we had to put it in the refrigerator and then bring it back to you. And I put it on the plate. I said, girl, y'all are crazy as hell. But the thing about it is, one thing I told myself is I'm not arguing down no people about their funky charges. I'm just not fooling with them no more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to write them up. Point blank, period. $15 for a cake charge? It was my candles that said 20, because she brought out 4 candles on the thing. And I was like, I'll have my own candles. So you could have removed your candles. We didn't never light your candles. Okay? I had a 2 and a 0. We lit them. She blew them out. And that was $15. You see why I just don't be liking it. And I would talk like I talk at the kitchen, but I'm just going to leave it alone on this video. You know what I'm saying? But I've been noticing at different spots with different ethnicities how they like to fuck around. How they like to fuck around. Yeah. I told you it was almost all black patrons. I said, oh, I see how y'all fucking around. And they supposed to be better than raw sushi, what we call the time, which that's ghetto. It's sushi Japanese place. The black people run it. Yeah. The black people run it. And the black girls and boys run it. And the boys are something to deal with. Like I had to cuss one of them out so bad. And he was the manager. Then I had to call corporate on him the next day. The way he was talking to me like I was a motherfucking fool and you're the manager? Atlanta's the worst. Yep. $15 cake jar. That was crazy as hell. I said, okay, I see how y'all like to fuck around. All the time, girl. Even when you go to like a Chinese restaurant, you be like, can I get some extra broccoli? They want to bring you 4 pieces of broccoli and then charge you $3. I don't know why they like that sometimes. A lot of times. Every time. And just like this black beauty supply store that I go to, I told them one time, I said, I want to come and patronize here, but I don't like coming here and picking up dusty bottles. I don't think a lot of people go in there like that. So their merchandise doesn't come in and out like that often. Like, y'all still can dust and move this dust off of your products. You think it's less dusty in there? No. Need to clean. And sometimes I be thinking Mexican restaurants think tequila will clean anything. No, baby, I don't want the last bitch's strawberry margarita in my margarita. You know what I mean? And I don't want the cheapest cheese on earth on my enchilada and you charging me $18 for 2 enchiladas. The cheapest cheese, the cheapest beef. Ugh. Ain't nothing fresh and ripe. You know what I'm saying? Can you bring some pico? Pico looking gray and shit. I'm like, oh no, hell no. I want the pico that was made today. Like the last hour. Yes, American cheese is disgusting. Give me that cheddar sharp, extra sharp cheddar. Give me that Colby Jack, just like that. Ooh, give me that ooh-wee. Pepper Jack, stacked. Ooh, just like that. Yeah, no, I ain't seen no sliced cheese. I just seen the runny American liquid cheese. It's disgusting. And cheap. And this little ass country ass town I live in, how dare your margarita, your 20-ounce margarita be $20? How dare your 20-ounce? You got a price for the area. You know what I'm saying? $20 margarita out here. I need to stop talking it up or I'll start tasting it up. I can't even walk in there, so I ain't even tripping. I ain't gonna be able to walk in there. Well, I thank y'all for hanging on with me and chilling. It's 79 minutes. We did another 10 minutes on the other video. So, yeah. Any last questions or things that you wanted to talk about that we haven't talked about? I'm down. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. I pray a renewed strength in my body tomorrow when I open my eyes. A renewed strength in my body. A painless feeling. A painless recovery. Well, a full recovery in the morning. No pain. Stick to the rice and sesame chicken with them. Thank you, Miss Amaze. How are you? No, I'm finna take them all now before I go to bed. Well, I ain't finna go to bed right now anyway, it's too early, but I'm finna take my blood pressure medicine. Oh, and I'm finna fuck with this narcotic. Oh no, I think I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna try to get up. Hey Kayla, how you feeling? I think I'm fixing to get up and see if I can stand up. Ooh, ooh, I can't. See, I can burrow down in this bed and be okay. But as soon as I be trying to get up, baby. Okay, let's see. This big old pregnant stomach. Okay, at least I done got straight up and sitting up. Oof, oof, ooh. As soon as I start trying to touch the floor, ay, 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 ay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, I'm up on my feet now. Ooh, I am up on my feet. Ooh, all the gas that came out of this belcher. This right side is just inflammation. Now, I thought turmeric is for inflammation, right? So I'm wondering how do you take it? Because I don't want to mess around and try to ingest it like when you mess around with cinnamon. Oh, I'm bending down to pick up my comb off the floor. Oh, I did that, but it's pain. It ain't crazy though. Ooh, ooh. Oh, damn, my pills on the floor. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Ooh. Ooh. I can't even get down. I'm going to go straight down on my knees. Straight down. Knees on. Ooh. And up. Ooh. Ooh. God dang it. Okay. Ibuprofen. I'll take a bite off this little piece of salmon I didn't finish eating earlier. Oh, Lord, this thing almost fell to the ground, this damn pill. I grabbed it so hard, I didn't care what was hurting. I wasn't going back down. Alright. It's the ibuprofen. Take a little bite off this salmon. Mm-hmm. I ain't never bought no bag salmon again. If it ain't fresh, forget. Yeah, it hurt. She's so dry. Had to choke it back up. Let me take one more bite because one because it's good and two. I need something on my stomach with that pill. Okay, this right side is out of control. Ooh. Mm. 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 I have to take my butt right on back to this bed. Hold on. Ooh. Ooh. No, hold on. I got, damn. I gotta get some more water. I'm going to the bathroom with the Mm, mm, ah, ah, ooh, shit. I'm telling you, I could be in this bed. Oh, damn, I didn't even fill the fucking water I thought I had. I was just trying to get back. Oh, it's enough for right now. I get shit. Okay. Oh, y'all. Let me try to get in this bed real quick. Why is this thing going on like this? What the fuck is that? Y'all heard that? Oh, that's some kind of airplane. I thought it was a missile. I was like, oh shit, bitch, I gotta get up. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, okay, I can't even sit on the bed. Oh, I was trying to lean back into it. Hold on. Let me get my breath real quick. Oh, let me get my breath real quick and just do it and just take the pain. Hold on. Oh, okay. Shit. I told y'all I can't walk nowhere. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do the oxy before I go to bed. I know I shouldn't, but that's just where I'm at right now. Take the oxy so you're not feeling every pain that you move. Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. So just chatting it up, baby nation. Did you guys reconcile? No, we didn't. Ain't no reconciliation in that except just being cool. Um. Okay, so I was gonna talk to y'all about man. Hold on one second. So I got a homeboy, right? That I've been talking to you about, not talking to you about, but talking to about some trading and stuff like that, and our portfolios and stuff. And but I've known him since I was about 36, right? Remember I told you about this dude one time I was at training, and I met him on a dating site, but he lived in Ohio. About 35, 36. I don't know. He said I was 30, but maybe so. No, I know I wasn't 30 because I wasn't here yet. So I was here. So I think I was maybe about 34, 35. There we go. And uh, he's in Ohio. I was here, but I was always up there for training. And he was like, we would talk on the phone and shit like that. But he would always try to throw me off. Like, why was you on the dating site if then when you get on the phone with females, you trying to throw them off? You know what I'm saying? So back then, I believe like it wasn't no wrong in no little bit of chasing. I can't do no chasing now at all, ever. That's done. But so I pursued a little bit, but then I saw he became friends with my sister on Facebook, and he's not the only one of my exes that did that type of shit. I was like, what? Like my sister, like folks I went to college with, and like now he's like the head of this group, Facebook group that I'm in with my friends from college. Like he's like the main poster and head, and I'm like, the fuck is this? So I kind of like bailed off of him, like, I don't get it. And then we just remained decent on Facebook, and he had a homegirl, or he moved west to with a girl who's gonna be his fiance, and it was all woo woo all on Facebook, and I was like, okay, cool with you, oh, da, 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 da. We always been real cool, but What happened? Oh, but they fell apart, right? Like 2 years ago. They fell apart and he bought his own house and he just been doing his thing. But and so I just fooled with him only in that group. You know what I'm saying? Like when he would put, because he posts the most craziest, funniest mess. So, if I catch something and I want to say something, I just say something to him. Or especially if you're talking about women and dating, I'm like, you ain't getting that, you ain't getting that. He's not an ugly man at all. He's just he's not a. I don't know what I even was about to say something to him. Say something about him. I think that women of different colors would like him. You know what I'm saying? But he only like black women. So anyway, so we've been friends, and so we've been talking about investments and stuff like that. But I noticed that he started making videos to talk to me, right? And I don't make no videos 'cause I'll be looking crazy over here, right? I ain't gonna say I ain't made none, but no. I mean, I can type or do the voice thing because I'll be over here with my head looking crazy. But sometimes I will like speak on the video and show my face and I'm looking crazy because I don't care. I don't, I'm not even looking at him like that. Well, he goes to the gym a lot and he'll like talk to me like right out the shower or going into the shower. Are we snapping? No, I'm not getting him on my Snapchat. No, 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 no. It's not even nothing like that. It's okay. Let me tell the story and then we'll go from there. No, I think he'd do good dating the black girls. He just said it's his thought process why he don't got nobody. His thought process is look, he just turned 42 and I'll be 42 in November. So like we're the same age, same year, same age. So his thing is this. He 42 years old, he ain't messing with no mess. If you playing around with money, don't know nothing of money, or you acting niggerish, he ain't fucking with you. And he was like, that's what most of the black girls be doing. I was like, where? Like, I don't know nothing about where he lives at. I heard it's a new black mecca, but I don't know. He said it ain't number 7% black Phoenix. And so he he got these high standards. Now he ain't no Kevin Samuels, okay? Because I told him, I said, baby, if I could give you the money to earn your goddamn collar, okay? He's always made a lot of money. He's cool. You know what I'm saying? Um, but he's just a strange bird. And I'm like, why am I always attracted to these strange niggas? I don't get it. Like, if they ain't strange, they too blickety black. You understand? That's what my thing is. Okay. I just invited you to several Facebook groups. They give you more info. You may already be in some. Check it when you have time. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, he's a little goofy too. And all his pictures, he really be smiling, but the smile is so awkward and weird. And I was like, dude, have you noticed you have the exact smile in every picture, and that is weird? I don't know, but anyway. And so he goes to the gym a lot. And so when he does his little videos, when he's talking back to me, now I'm starting to see this chest a little bit too much. And I'm like, nigga, what is you doing? We ain't like, are you trying to entice somebody? Because I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, Chels, because he calls me Chels, and I hate that. Okay? Chels, look at your crazy Indian ass. Da 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 da. And it's like everything I say is, oh, you crazy, you loud. You know what I'm saying? You're crazy. Oklahoma black Indian ass don't know what you're talking about. And I told him last night. I said, listen, let me tell you something. I said, you're my buddy, and we could be talking about so much more stuff. You were very interesting, and you taught me what I need to know when you were talking to me about these investments, and you had coherent thought. But any other time, you just be playing the fuck around, trying to like throw me off, like when I'm trying to have conversation of substance. And I'm wondering, do you think I like you or I want you? Because I don't. And he was like, dot, dot, dot. No, crazy ass. I don't think that you want me. Da, 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 right? And I was like, now, I ain't going to lie. Back in the day, I was on your tip. But nah, after you start following my people and shit, I'm like, oh, hell no. I don't know what this is about, right? He was like, oh, Nagra. That's however he spells it, Nagra. Wasn't nobody trying to follow your ass around and stuff like that. He was like, you was stupid, you was crazy back then. He was like, man, everything about you was thrown. I was like, whatever, even though I was thrown off back then. You was thrown off, but I wasn't fucking with that shit. I said I made good money just like you back then, and I just was a little disheveled a little bit, a little just needed, I had lost my shine sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, nigga, you was crazy as fuck. And I was like, whatever. But I just thought it was so weird how, and like I'd be in my bonnet, I'd be in my Tafcan, Afghan tap. What is it called? Afghan, not Afghan. My moo. I'm crazy. I didn't forgot the word for that quick. Caftan, sorry. My caftan. Laying up in the bed looking crazy, you know what I'm saying? And no, it's my Tafcan. Caftan. Caftan is the little dress thing. And when I do get on a video here and there or whatever, right? And I just was like, oh, this nigga do not think that I'm trying to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, no, no. Like, we really had to get that straightened out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you would be, the longest I've known you and as the way you've been with me, you would definitely have to be, like, come hard. You know what I'm saying? You would been to Atlanta 4 and 5 times before I was even thinking about you. Okay? I'm telling you, like, my whole thing on these men is completely different now. Like, I just did too much in relationships. So it just too much, too accommodating. Didn't the Bible says that when a man finds a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, these men are looking for the mate. These men are looking for the connecting piece. But a lot of times as women, we be in there trying to make all the connections and shit and fucking it up. Because that's not the order. Okay? And I'm into the order, honey. I'm into the order. Just like old boy at the bar. Oh, girl, did I tell y'all we was running around with these white girls, me and him was running around with these two white ladies a couple weeks ago, just following them to their little spots out here, all white spots, out here, just having a good time together. And girl, at one point he got a little drunk and told me that his ex-wife was white. And the way she did him, I was like, oh, fuck, you let a white woman do you like that? I was like, oh, no, I'm looking at you a little different, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still cool and stuff, but, oh, no. Because she did dirt, baby. D.I. dirt. Almost got his house taken from him and everything. Girl, ain't no way. I like, you was gone for a white woman. Child, you better take that shit on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, but he asked me the other day when I was at the bar, he was like, he's like, ever since I said something about I had been married to a white woman, you don't really talk to me. I was like, damn. Now I'm finna lie and say that ain't true, but it is. I was like, I said, that did take me by surprise. It really did take me by surprise. I was like, but it was times in here that I would be on YouTube talking to my people on YouTube, and you would want to talk, and I'd be like, I'll talk to you next time I see you. He was like, that's true, that's true. And I was like, then I've been with somebody for a whole year. He was like, that's true, that's true. See, you heard I was broken up. You thought we was going to get back to laughing and talking and shit and stuff like that, child. And you move too slow. And I'm not interested. Not right. I'm not going to say that I'm just not interested in dating at all. That's not true. But these days that he been there like, girl, I'll be on my TD Ameritrade. What the fuck he talking about? Nothing that I'm talking about. You talking about TD Ameritrade, then we can talk today. But if we not, then I'm at to holler at you, nigga. See, because this is my point. I got to get my shit together. Like, I've been set up real good. Like I said, I was allowed to pay off. I was able to pay off. I wasn't allowed, but I was able, because instead of being like, oh, I got a man living with me, I'm going to get more clothes. I'm going to get this, I paid all my debt off. So all the debt, credit card debt, $10,000 is gone, bitch. Okay, that's how I roll. So I'm set, okay? So now that money I was paying every month could go somewhere else, okay? And I need to increase my money and shit like that, so I can start doing more things I want to. So I don't think, oh, I need to, have two incomes to do this type of stuff. I need to do. Can y'all hear me? Hello. Hello. Somebody say hey. Hello? Let's see if I can show the chat.